channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Vanessa and we have a little bit of a different setup today because I just finished cooking and right now my kitchen is a mess. So, yes, today we are going to have another gluten-free fast food edition. We're going to be doing the Rodeo burger from Burger King. Now this one kind of has a whole bunch of different steps to it, so I'm not going to keep rambling on. If you would like to have a Rodeo burger that is gluten-free because we can't anymore, then go ahead and keep on watching. Alright my dudes, what's a Rodeo burger without bacon? So I'm just going to bake my bacon, and I like doing this more because it's so much quicker and it's so much cleaner. You can cook it on the stove if you'd like. For me, I just throw it in the oven. I just set it, let it cook and do what it needs to do, and then that's it. It comes out and it doesn't like crinkle up. You know how like bacon like usually like crinkles up? Yes, we are using normal bacon. I know that I've said before that bacon gives me heartburn, but this is a fast food recipe, you know? So we can't just do turkey bacon. We gotta actually make it taste like the real thing. So we're gonna use normal bacon. And this brand from Jimmy Dean is gluten-free. It says so on the package. I looked it up. I didn't show it in this video though, for some reason. Okay, now we're going to start with the onion rings, and there's going to be a lot of steps to this, so I will link anything down below. I'll put all the ingredients and stuff, measurements down below if I miss anything. But we are going to start with 2 cups of flour. Now also put a little bit of flour on the side because we are going to coat the onions when it's time. We're going to do some baking powder, which I think it's like a tablespoon or 2. You can use a little bit of club soda. Usually we do. We didn't have it this time around, and it didn't turn out bad either. So it wasn't that bad. And then we used about a tablespoon of salt, about a teaspoon of pepper, and then we also ended up doing some garlic and onion powder just to flavor the batter just a little bit more. But that's up to you. You can leave it as is if you'd like, but as I went through and like tasted all of this, I was like, it definitely needs more. I didn't taste the flour, but I tasted the batter later, and it was like, oh no, we need garlic and onion powder. And then for our wet ingredients, we are going to use 2 eggs. We are going to use 2 cups of milk. I have fat-free milk. You can use oat milk. You can use whatever you want. I just had fat-free on me at the time. So that's completely up to you and your discretion. If you're lactose, hey, it might work for lactose intolerant milk. Who knows? Go ahead and give that a try. And then we also have about a half a cup of sunflower seed oil. You can use vegetable oil. You can use peanut oil. To me, peanut and sunflower don't have any taste left over. I don't like that oily taste, but that's completely up to you. You just need something high heat because we are going to be frying these. You don't want to use olive oil because the temperature is not high, and that could be very, very bad. We don't want to catch any fire, and we don't want to burn anything either. And then we are going to slowly add in the dry ingredients and whisk until it is all well combined. We don't want any lumps or chunks. Like I said, if you want it a little bit more of like a fluffier type of like texture, you can always add some club soda in. That's, like I said, what we used to do. There's not really much difference, but it does add a lot to it. So yeah, just letting you guys know. You can also do that. That's also an option. It might turn out more like a little bit of a tempura type of batter. So right here, that's where we're adding the garlic and onion powder as well. And then we are going to, that's a little bit of flour that we have on the side to dredge the onions. And then we're going to put peanut oil right here. And then I ran out of peanut oil. Oh no, I don't think, hold on. Yeah, never mind. I thought I had added a little bit of sunflower oil, but we didn't. It's just peanut oil, and that's going in there, and we're gonna heat that up. Now we are using sweet onions. I like sweet way better than any other onion. I think that they work for it. I think that it tastes exactly like it does at a fast food restaurant. So we are going to use sweet onions, not yellow, sweet. And then we are going to cut them kind of in big chunks, and we're going to separate. It's okay if they break. Honestly, it's all going to the same place anyways. I mostly just wanted them pretty for the video, but just the way they are, where they're spread open a little bit because they broke, that's completely fine with me. Onion rings are onion rings, and I haven't had them in forever, and these taste freaking great. So yeah, we just want to do that, and we want to separate them.
Okay, then we're going to start the whole dredging process. We're going to put them in the flour, and then we're going to put them in the batter. I'm using chopsticks because I can get the excess off way easier, but you can use a fork, you can use whatever you want. I don't recommend using your hands because if not, then the stuff starts to fall off and it's just a whole mess. But I just use chopsticks. It's okay. But yeah, that's just what we're gonna do. We're gonna repeat and try to get off as much excess as you can. Please, because if not, then it gets like this really like weird texture and stuff on them because half of it's hanging off and it's just fried dough, and then it's not really like connected to the onion ring. So just try to get off as much as you can, and just make sure you kind of soak them down a little bit. That way they're fully coated. Sometimes you will have certain parts that will peek through on the flour that you put on before. If it is, it's okay. Usually what I'll do is I'll just add like a little bit of extra onto it, like a little bit of the wet ingredients. I don't know what I was thinking. And then we're going to throw them in the oil. Make sure you check and make sure that your oil is hot enough. I usually cook them, honestly, like this entire clip right here is like 5 minutes, less than that. Yeah, so they go by very, very quick. Now, try not to have the temperature up too high because we also need to cook the onion as well. So I usually have it on about I bring it up from high to medium in between to get the heat to where it needs to go, and then I drop it down to a little bit lower than that, still above medium though. Because like I said, we don't want to overdo it. But then when you start to see it get golden on the side, you see how you can see that, then it's time to flip them. And then we wait for it to get golden again. Sometimes I will flip them one more time, but I'm very, very careful. And then let them drain on a paper towel and set them aside while you work on the burgers. Now, I just patted out some burgers. To be honest, most of the time I just buy like the normal, the ones that are at the store that are already patted out. I have a little thing that you can pat them out in to where it's a perfect circle, but to me, I notice that the ones at the store just work better. But that's completely up to you. You guys can use your own ground beef. You guys can, do bison. You can do whatever you want. And I just season them with salt and pepper. Gordon Ramsay says salt and pepper, so I'm going to listen to just salt and pepper. I flip mine just a few times. I want to say I only do it like twice. And then I just set it and forget it, honestly. I push out a little bit of the fat because if not, they start to pump up instead of out. And I don't like that because then they don't fit on the bun. And then my husband is having cheese. I'm not the biggest fan of cheese. I know. And then what is onion rings without zesty sauce? Now my husband actually got me hooked on this, and it's adding zesty sauce to the Rodeo burger. And oh my god, dude, it's so good. And that's what I used to have when I was not gluten-free, because like I said, my husband brought me onto that. But now we can't have it anymore. So I decided to make it the authentic way and do the zesty sauce that's actually from Burger King and add it to the burger the way that he had it before. You guys don't have to use this is optional, but if you want a side of onion rings, it usually comes with zesty sauce, and this is the sides. I will leave the measurements to all of this below because I'm talking over it, and of course I had to test it out right there because it was freaking delicious. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add Stubbs barbecue sauce. I'm sorry I don't have the clip for it, and that one is always gluten-free. I love Stubbs with all my heart. It's so good, and it's all gluten-free. And then we're gonna add the burger with the cheese. We're gonna add the zesty sauce. We're gonna add an onion ring, some bacon, and then top with the other bun. The bun is the Scar or SARS brand. I talk about it in every video. I love it, love it, love it. And it is the perfect size bun for burgers. And look at that. Oh my god, it's a Rodeo burger that we are not allowed to have anymore. And it's so good, you guys. It's so freaking good. So please give it a try, and I hope you guys enjoy.
And that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you liked it, please give me a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you guys haven't already. But if not, that's fine. You're welcome back anytime. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.